Hey everyone, it's David again, and we are in Marble Canyon, Arizona. It is a beautiful day in October, and by popular demand, today we're gonna do a tour of Ro's rig, and you'll get to see her again. I know ever since I first mentioned it, you've just been dying to see what Ro's new RV is all about. Yes, that's right, we've got two rigs now. The motorhome is Ro's living space and the truck and trailer are mine. And for all the reasons on why we've got two rigs now, you can go ahead and check out the video I made a month ago, the We're Back video. But you know, without further ado, we're just gonna go ahead and get into it. Ro, show us around your trailer, or your trailer. I'm so used to saying trailer, your motorhome.
Mine's a motorhome.
Yeah.
All right, well, as some of you can see, I have just a motorhome, which means that I get to drive my entire rig around versus having to hook up to a trailer. And for me personally, it's a huge, huge bonus because that's a lot of work for one person to do. And I'm not really feeling like that. So I have a 2017 Thor Axis motorhome 25.3, and I love it, you guys. Now, there's something about it that makes me chuckle every time I mention it, and it's that it has 3 TVs. Yes, it really does have 3 TVs. But let's go ahead and start on the outside here. I have quite a few big storage bays in my RV, and it is absolutely amazing. My front storage here is a pass-through. It has a very small section at the top that you can see through where I store my solar panel stuff. I have another huge bay right here, which I love to keep my big pieces in, like my big chair, my hammock, so on and so forth. But right here is indeed an outdoor TV. Now, since owning this since March, I still haven't actually used this TV, so I'm hoping that since we have some warm nights where we're camping right now, that we will get an opportunity to watch a movie or something under the stars outside. Now on the other side of my RV, this is my favorite part. This is a catio. I built this for Butters and Alice because, well, I love them. And they love being outside, and I love them to be safe outside. So I went ahead and I built this out of an old dog crate for them, and I just hang it up with some chains, and it takes me about 2 trips onto the roof to get it up, but I'm able to get it up and down all by myself. As you guys can see on this side of my RV, I have quite a few doors, and I use all of them. This front one, again, is the other side of my pass-through storage. I keep all of my water hoses as well as my solar panel on this side of the storage bay. These 3 down here are my propane, all of my chocks in order to raise my RV up and down, because that is also a pain all by yourself. And then my generator, which I have to do maintenance on here very soon, actually. And this is it for the outside of my RV, except for one tiny thing, and it's how I get around when I'm all by myself, and it's back here. As many of you know, over the years, I have been a huge fan of my bicycle. And I won't completely undo it here for you, but this is my e-bike. And we've made videos on this before, and I have this amazing Volt RV e-bike hitch for my trailer, or for my, wow, even I call it a trailer. I have it for my RV here, and it's nice and sturdy. I love it. It's easy for me to take it off all by myself, and I can get it back on all by myself. Before I take you inside, I think it's important that I actually introduce you to my RV. And it's kind of funny, we really like to name our vehicles, and so my RV has a name. But first, let me remind you of the names of our other 2 vehicles. Our travel trailer, or David's travel trailer, we have named Fate. It's been Fate for a long time. I'm sure as many of you can figure it comes from Fate Unbound. But the truck, her name is Helga. David picked that name because Helga reminds him of a strong Nordic woman. And so the truck is named Helga, but my RV, her name is Artemis. I named her after the goddess of wild animals and the hunt because I'm always on the hunt for a wild location. Let's check her out. Oh, and before I get too much further, I'm sure somebody's gonna ask about my hair. These are braided in extensions. You can find them online. Let's check her out. As you can see right away, she's been renovated. Now, this is not a renovation that I myself have done. Thankfully, this was already done when I bought her. I did buy her used, but I'm thankful of the renovations that the owners did before me because I absolutely love it. I wanted the cabinets painted white. I wanted blue curtains. So, personally, I love this touch. I'm gonna start with one of my favorite parts of my RV, and it's actually the cab. What I love about the cab here in my Axis RV is that it is easily accessible, unlike your typical Class C. Now, this is technically a motor coach. However, it is built on a Ford E350 van chassis. And so normally you'll see those modeled after a Class C. However, this is a Class A, technically. I love the front of my RV here because not only do I have a loft bed that I can lower and raise as I need it and as I want to use it, but it's also a great place for me to sit and work and see the epic view out my front window. As many of you know, one of my favorite parts about the travel trailer was the huge picture back window, and so having this huge picture front window was absolutely to die for. Living in this RV all by myself means that I don't have to constantly be looking for a new spot for something to go. Most of my stuff fits in here perfectly fine without having to cram things in different places, you know, whether it be my workstation and David's workstation trying to fit in the same small space or what have you. And so I have some storage boxes all around my RV to make it easier for me to access those different things. One of the storage boxes I keep up front is obviously going to be my office box. I also keep a bag of grocery bags up front because that's obviously necessary when buying groceries in California. In the mornings, I like to start with my nightshade up and have my plants soaking in the sunlight from my front window, and I like to sit in my loft while enjoying my coffee and reading a book. By the afternoon, it's way too hot in my front window for my plants, so they come in, the nightshade goes down, and the bed goes up. I'm able to sit in the captain's chair and play video games like my Switch on the TV in the front. Like I said, I have a lot of TVs in here, and David has none. My dinette area I have turned into my office space. As you can see, I have not only my crafting supplies on both of the benches where I keep a lot of my yarn and other fabrics that I use in order to make baskets and weaving bundles, and then over there on that side I actually have a big stash of pine needles that I'm going to be using to make some pine needle baskets. I have some of my finished macrame pieces that I've completed here as well, but I also use it as storage. Underneath I have a lot of rocks that I am going to be using to make some rock jewelry, as well as some other like roller skating supplies and extra blankets. Every space in an RV can be used for storage. For living in a small space, cooking to me can be very important, and so counter space can be very important. And something that I love about my RV is that not only does my kitchen have ample counter space and the stove has its own cover that I can use, but I have an extra extender by the door as well. Now, this extender is really easy to put out, and it's also really easy to put back down, and I can use this no problem for cutting up extra vegetables. As you can also see on my counter, it looks cluttered. That's because my counter spaces don't go unused in here, and I love decorating, so of course I'm going to have things on here. But you may be wondering, what do I do with it on travel days? Well, it doesn't move. It really doesn't move. It really doesn't. If I want something to stay on my countertop while I'm driving down the road, I have put rug movers on the bottom so that they will not move. And I love the rug movers that I have. Surprisingly, they don't actually work for my rugs very well, because when Sweetie comes in here, she really likes to just trot around and they go all over. So they are best used for all of my countertop items. And I mean, this is for everything. I've got this, even my Switch is all well and very secure to my counter in here. I have a lot of storage here in my RV, in my kitchen, and I truly love it. This is one of my favorites. It's this nice pull-out double drawer. I can keep a lot of stuff in here, all of my cooking supplies. I also have all of these cabinets down here, all of these cabinets up here, and another cabinet up here above my fridge. I even use my microwave and oven as storage. My oven, I use it for things like my baking supplies, so like my cookie sheets, and then my microwave is actually used for dog storage. I keep things in here like dog treats and some toys for Sweetie. And what you may not know is Sweetie's birthday's coming up, and I got her a present. She has not seen this, I swear, but every time she comes in here, she goes to my microwave like she knows it's in here. And so what I'm gonna do is at the end of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to her early, but I'm gonna show you guys how crazy she is in here. She has not seen this. She's not seen this. She's never smelled it. She doesn't know what it is, but somehow she is so excited about my microwave today that I'm gonna have to give it to her a little early. The next room in my RV is gonna be my bedroom. It's basically the entire back half of my RV here, but something that I love about this space that our travel trailer did not have is a great way to divide that space, and that's with these 2 pocket doors. I can close them real easy, and I have the room to myself.
Hi guys.
Now, you may want this for a couple of reasons. The main reason that I use it for is actually to keep my bedroom warmer on cold nights. So I'll close this. My thermostat is just in the bedroom, so it's only gonna sense the temperature changes in this half of the RV, and so it won't be trying to heat the entire space when it's really cold. And that's important because this is the only part of my RV that has a slide, so it stays a little bit cooler than the rest. All right. Now, like I mentioned before, this is the only slide in my entire RV, and you might be wondering, how does it close? Because the bed doesn't look like it has a lot of space right there. Bye, putters. Well, it actually folds into itself, so it does fold in half, and then the slide comes in fully. And I love this bed. It's a queen-size bed. It's nice and comfortable. Not only have I personalized it and made it ultra cute over here, but there's also storage above the bed as well. I use this up here for all of my towels, my coats, my other hiking supplies like raincoats, stuff like that. And then I even have plants, yes, in my bedroom. I can't get enough of them, okay guys? This is a veining one. I eventually want it to go all the way up across the ceiling. I've got plans. But one thing I did notice that my RV is lacking was shoe storage. It has plenty of closet storage, but it doesn't have shoe storage. And as many of you know, we'll just kick our shoes off by the door and then we trip over them coming in and out. So I went ahead and put this shoe rack up, and I'm so thankful that I did, because not only did it allow me to keep almost all of the shoes that I already owned, but it keeps them nice and out of the way and nobody trips over them or gets hurt. I really like a lot of the little luxuries that my RV has that the travel trailer just doesn't. And those are things like these bedside counters, these bedside cubbies where I can keep things like my meds in the morning, my cell phone, watch, stuff like that, as well as this charging station right here. This has been so nice, you guys, you have no idea. There is not a charging station by the bed in the travel trailer, which means that if you have to charge your phone or your phone's about to die overnight, you can't have it by the bed. You can't use it at all. And I like my phone and I like using it when I go to bed at night. So having this right here has been amazing. Unfortunately, it is half broken, so only 2 of them work, but that is RVs. And then absolutely my favorite thing about the entire space is actually something it didn't even come with, and that's the catio. And right here you can see this is the entrance that the cats can come in and out of. And so one of my favorite things is first thing in the morning when the cats wake me up, they'll come over, because I'll keep this closed if it's too cold at night. I'll go like this and it's closed, and they'll come over and they'll like stand on me, literally waiting and just look. And so I open it for them and they go out and they enjoy their time and they lounge in the sun, and it's absolutely adorable. As you can see at the bottom of my bed right here, I have lots of storage. I have 5 of these storage boxes down here filled with things like additional books, cat supplies, their vet records, so on and so forth. And all that fits real nicely down here because there aren't a lot of cabinets in here. You can also see I keep my rock tumbler right here for all the rock jewelry that I'm making. And right here, I have my Bluetti. Now I keep this here at the foot of the bed because, as many of you know, unlike Fate, I don't have a full solar setup on this RV. I have the solar panel outside that keeps my batteries charged throughout the day, but if I want to run any of my 120 volt appliances or even my TVs, I have to turn my generator on, my onboard generator. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't really like listening to my generator while I'm like watching TV or trying to just tumble my rocks for a few hours. So I've got my Blue Eddy on here all the time, and it keeps my rock tumbler running, and then we can also watch TV here in the bedroom without listening to that pesky generator. This last year, when we were living in a house, one thing I was excited about was buying clothes. Living in Fate meant that I had one tiny closet, and so I did not have a large selection of clothes, but it was something that I had a passion for. So when we moved into the house, I went on a shopping spree and bought a lot of clothing. But that meant that when it came time for us to move out of the house and back into RVs, I didn't have space for clothing until I bought this rig. And now not only do I have 2 closets, just completely full, both sides, with extra storage boxes in them, but I have 4 drawers down here as well, and they pull all the way out. So I have ample clothing storage and didn't have to get rid of anything. Before I show you my last room, which is just the bathroom to be honest, I wanted to talk a little bit about this door latch right here for my bathroom. Now this is actually for Sweetie. It's to keep Sweetie out of the bathroom because this is where I store the cat box. However, it leaves this space here so that the cats can still go in. I went ahead and bought this steel door latch for Catch, I think is what it's called, something like that. I had just a regular strap one, but when you're driving down the road, this door bounces like this and it broke the strap. So having the steel one has been amazing, and you can just open it and walk right in the bathroom, no problem. And here it is, my tiny little bathroom. Now, it's actually bigger than the bathroom in Fate, I'm pretty sure. The space that I have just to go to the bathroom is so much more comfortable in here. I love that I have a nice little sink here with plenty of under sink storage since it's a counter sink or a corner sink. And so there's lots of storage underneath. I have upper storage in here. This is something we didn't at all have in Fate. We had just one cabinet in the bathroom. And then right here is where I keep the cat box, which I love, by the way. The cats are able to come in and out and do their business. I have these litter mats down here so they don't track it through the rest of the RV. And something that I added in here that I thought was really nice in order to make this space more usable was this shelving here. And it's just put in by this pole, held by tension, and it's really nice. And something you'll see, my shower is really tall, so it's great for anybody that's taller. Another cool feature for this RV that David's RV just doesn't have is an on-demand water heater. Now my water's hot.
I'm noticing a lot of, this is what David's doesn't have, and David's doesn't have this, and the trailer sucks at that. What's all this about? What are you throwing me under the bus?
It's cozy. Mine's cozier. Sorry. I said it.
I'm joking. This motorhome does have a lot of cool features that Fate is lacking.
Oh yeah. Well, that's pretty much it for my RV. There's not a whole lot to it. I have really enjoyed having this little space to myself. I've had it since about March of this year, and it's pretty cozy. Now, don't get used to seeing me in videos, guys. I don't want to be a YouTuber anymore. YouTube for me was incredibly stressful. I'm sure as many of you know, there can be a lot of really negative comments directed directly at somebody or about somebody, and unfortunately those were incredibly damaging to my mental health. So I am taking a permanent step away from YouTube, so like I said, don't get used to this, guys. However, I am still pursuing a creative endeavor. It is creating things with my hands. So I'm making things like bundles, macrame hangings. I'm gonna make some pine needle baskets as well as rock jewelry. And once I have enough made, I will put it on a website. That is not ready yet, but someday it will be. She just came in. I haven't said anything. Oh my goodness.
She knows it's up there.
She hasn't even seen it.
What is your deal?
What is it?
What?
Oh, really now? All right.
You better give it to her.
All right. Happy early birthday, baby girl. What is it? Is it this? Oh my.
Whoa.
Whoa. Look at that strong girl. Come here. She's just backing up. Oh. Here you go. Get it.
She wants you to, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday, Pop.
Happy birthday.
Judy's 10 years old now. You love it, wow.
How did she know?
Alright, on the bed, Pop. Oh, I missed. Bad throw. Okay, let's second try. Alright, sweetie. Go on the bed. Go get it. Good girl. There we go. Oh, it fell over. Did you get it?
Over? Yeah. I got it. Watch out. Watch out. Yeah. Get it. Good. Get it. What is that? And let my plants drink in the sunlight first thing in the morning, as well as read a book in my sorry. Play video games like my Switch on the TV in the kitchen.
Kitchen, yeah.
Kitchen?
Oh, no, you just talk like a normal person.
Wait, what was I talking about here again?